Hey, what's up, Clashers? Turn 56 from iKonik here with another highlight attack video. This is from iKonik War 128. We're going to go ahead and break down Satheesh's attack on this version of the General. As always with these videos, first we'll look at the base itself, we'll talk about some weaknesses and how they can be exploited, and then finally go on to watch the replay. So this version of the General, a little bit different from your more traditional General, where it's going to have some 2x2 compartments here that'll contain Teslas, and then double giant bombs on the exterior of those, and then maybe a couple Teslas up here. That's the more traditional version of the General. This one here has Teslas spaced out through this little trough here on either side of the base, and then very ineffective single giant bombs with the Teslas in between them. So this is definitely the weakness of this base, is the lack of double giant bombs. The double giant bombs is the biggest deterrent you can have to stopping people from hogging your base. It's not foolproof. You can hog a base that has double giant bombs if you do it correctly and you path them from the short side, not the long side of the bombs. But this base right here obviously doesn't even have ineffective double giant bombs. It doesn't have double giant bombs at all. So this is going to be one of the easier ways to attack this base, is to come in with hogs. All that Satheesh needs to do first is to lure the clan castle, kill it, and then take out the archer queen. And then make sure he has heals down over the giant bombs as his hogs are pathing through them. So first step here is going to be the lure. It's going to drop a single giant just to buy himself a little bit of time. That's going to distract the point defense over here while he drops in 3 hogs. They're going to take out that cannon there, as well as getting the full lure. Then he's going to just use a couple of barb drops over here to lure the troops over towards the east corner, and a pretty traditional clan castle kill over here. He's got a couple witches and his archer queen. Now the clan castle doesn't go as smoothly as it normally does. This is a max dragon, so it unfortunately takes out all of the witches skeletons in one push, and then moves on to target the queen. So he wisely uses the queen's ability, sheds the attacker, the dragon goes back to being distracted by the skeletons, and then is easily taken out after that. So the clan castle kill went well. He just needed to use his archer queen's ability a little bit earlier than you like to. You, generally speaking, want to hang on to that until you're deep in the raid if you can. Once the dragon is under control, he's got a max golem in his clan castle. That's going to be dropped in over here as well. Going to move in on these guys. A few wizards kind of around here is going to help a bit of a funnel, as well as starting taking out some of these defenses. And he drops his barb king as well, who's going to come in here and aggro onto the archer queen. Now he has 4 heals. He doesn't need a jump. I think he was probably hoping the archer queen would hop over this wall right here, but she ends up burying herself right behind that wall. But no big deal. He's got enough wizards over here, and his barb king under rage powers through that wall, and we end up taking out the archer queen there. So at this point, once the queen is down, the clan castle troops are already down. The major threats to the hogs on this base are already over. So he starts bringing in the hogs kind of from the east side as well, a little bit from the southern side, but over from the east. And they do split up a little bit on him, but he's got all 4 spells to use as heals, and does a pretty good job of keeping heals down over all of the areas where these giant bombs are. So I'd say the first one's probably right around there, another one there. And they're working their way through the southern and middle portions of this base over towards the left end, and then eventually push up into this northwest chamber, and that's where they finish off, taking out the last couple of defenses, as well as the barb king who follows them up there. And of course he wisely hangs on to a couple of cleanup wizards as well. You see him dropping those in there towards the end to help the cleanup process. He has a few hogs left, but not a ton. But his archer queen did survive the raid even without her ability later on, and so she's going to be helping with cleanup. And the wizards that he's dropping along the way really help there as well. So a relatively straightforward attack, hog attack on this general. So we'll go ahead and clear all this off here, and let's watch the replay and see how this works out in real time. Probably just needed to get a few of those barbs down a little bit further out in front of the witches, and then the skeletons would have been able to get in there as well and do a little more distracting for that drag. Funnels up, so there goes the king. And he'll power through that wall under rage. Take out that archer queen. And a nice job deploying the hogs from an angle where they're going to protect his kill squad. That's what keeps his queen alive. That's what keeps several of those wizards alive and the witches alive during this entire raid. So they're available for cleanup right from the get-go, which is always important. Especially with how the hogs path through the base. Their AI targeting only defenses. That means they leave a ton of garbage buildings in their wake that if they aren't cleaned up by wizards and witches and your archer queen, that means the hogs have to path all the way back through the entire base from where they just came, and that can often take up too much time if you don't have help for them. And all those defenses are down at this point. Just the Barb King left, and there he goes. So cleanup is all that's left on this base. A nice attack there by satheesh. Good base identification, good recognition of a trap placement where he could take advantage of that pretty easily with the hogowiwi attack. Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little something from it. Yet another variation on the general, relatively straightforward attack on this one. Until next time, this is turn 56, and keep on clashing.